have been writing these songs since back when I couldn't even have me a phone.
Let's go. What is the word, y'all? We finally here with the build video that everybody has been waiting on. The Billy Buckets, right? And I'm not gonna waste no time. I'm not gonna do all that fluff, the extra advertising people do before the videos. Let's just get straight into the build video, and we finna rock out and show y'all exactly how to make the replica of the infamous Billy Buckets. Let's do it. So the first thing we want to get out the way, obviously, is the vitals. We're gonna knock this out. Billy Buckets, right-handed. If he ain't number 44, it's just not Billy. You feel what I'm saying? Like, how you gonna make Billy but you don't get that 4-4 board, dog, right? We're going center position, 7 feet. 7 feet. You do not need these 7-4s this year. Now, am I saying don't make one? Are you seeing what they doing? Obviously, I'm not saying make one. But me personally, I like to enjoy what comes with being skilled at the game. I feel like there's more of a skill gap in the 7-footers. So that's what I want to go with. You're also going to find out why I went 7 feet earlier. So later, my bad. So you can see the bag work, right? Then we're gonna go 7-foot wingspan. I know that is short, but I promise you it does not affect rebounding this year. It is all positioning. Box out beast is not even tied to strength no more. I can promise you, you will be just fine with the 7-foot wingspan. I will show y'all some of the rebounds that I'm getting in here in a second, and it's unreal. Start off, you wanna go 75 close shot. That is more than enough. You get bronze paint prodigy. We're not about to be laying the ball up around the bucket anyway. But if you're nervous about it, here's some clips for you to see. 75, it's just fine. Then what we're gonna go next, we're going 80 drive and dunk. 80 drive and dunk. Usually people say go 73 for the Giannis style, but I'm telling you, I tried 73, I tried 75, and I tried 80. I like 2-meter dunk. The meter is way bigger when you hit that 80 threshold, so I highly recommend, if you are a person who likes to do driving dunks on the big man, go 80 just to be safe. When you go lower than that, you can green them, but it's a little bit inconsistent. If anybody is around, they might make you miss. So just to save the frustration, I went 80. Standing dunk, we're gonna go with a 90. 90 standing dunk for that goal rise up. I'm telling you, goal rise up is one of the best things you can have on the game. It gets you out of so many situations. Every single time you have a mismatch, he is good as dunked on. I'm talking about anybody who's some back ends can't even contest it. You get anybody 6'8" and under down there in that paint, he dunked on. I promise you. Oh, 3-pointer, we're gonna go with a 90. The reason I went 90 instead of 89. 89 unlocks silver limitless. But what 90 does, if you look over at these takeovers, you can now unlock the bomber take. That is going to be very important when it comes time for you to get your custom takeover, because you will be able to do the unthinkable with a center. Now, this is the part when it gets really good, okay? Everybody wants to know, what's the pass style? What's the pass style? What's the pass style? It starts with the pass rating. Gold break starter is your best friend this year. I do not recommend going under 87 pass accuracy. I would go a minimum of 87 pass accuracy. If you go in the pro-am with a big that has silver break starter, you are doing your team a disservice. You got to be able to get them boards, throw them breaks, get them bounce passes into them tight windows, and really help your team get those cheap possessions to win games, especially if you are a pick and roll center who gets used like me from the top of the key. Sometimes I pop, my point guard trusts me, he kick it up to me, and from there, it's go time. I gotta make a move, I gotta make something happen. We don't play traditional offense. So if you just a traditional screen setter, hold circle the whole game and don't move unless your point guard tell you to, do as you wish. But I personally am not doing that. I did not pay $100+ for this game to watch somebody else play basketball. Next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna ball handle to a 65. And I'm telling you why. The very first cap breaker that you get is a very, very easy one. Put that on ball handle. That will cap break your ball handle to a 71, which then gives you bronze handles for days. You get bronze handles for days, and you will also have bronze unpluckable at 70 ball handle. You need handles for days this year. You do literally one move, it's over with. So if you plan on ISO on these bigger builds, you're gonna need that, right? But go 65 for the cap break. 40 speed with ball because that is good enough until you can cap break it to something higher. But we wanted to use extra attribute points, so we left it where it was. Now to the defense. Y'all see how I get all those blocks? I'm going to explain how and why I get all those blocks. I will never, and I made a mistake at the beginning of the year with a different build, I will never go back into the Pro-Am with anything lower than an 82 interior defense. 82 interior defense is the threshold for post-move lockdown on silver. It's the threshold for silver paint patroller once you get it up. And it is also the threshold for silver off-ball pests. That helps a lot for a build that you can't get high perimeter defense on. You can stop the cuts. You can bump the roller if you have to step over. Me personally, I don't take the P&R. I let my power forward take it. But even still, there's times where I may need to slide over and catch the roller. You get way better animations if you have off-ball pest on. Last year, it wasn't the best. This year, I highly recommend it. If you are a big, that is your best friend if you are on a build that doesn't have a whole lot of speed. Now, perimeter. A lot of centers don't go with perimeter. I am a dude who likes to take pride in playing defense. I'm going to slide them feet, and you know how to slide them feet if you can't get on-ball minutes. Movable enforcer. The first thing that you'll see when you get 71 strength and 62 perimeter is bronze immovable. That badge is literally what makes people's meters smaller when you catch them at the rim. Paint Patroller plays a huge part, but immovable will literally change their animation. If you read the description, it says improves the defensive player's strength when defending ball handlers and finishers who are coming straight at them. When the offensive player is coming at you, you get these ISO builds, these high dunking builds, and they come at you head on, and you meet them at the rim. It literally makes their meter like this, right? So I don't go in there without that. Sometimes I even, because it's tier 2, I plus one it to silver when I know I really got to protect the rim. Now on to the steal. I just don't believe in builds that don't have a steal. I like to get cheap possessions. I like to be able to get out in transition. And if Bronze Interceptor is going to help me do that, then that's what I'm going to do. I have tons of clips that I'm going to be able to show y'all of me getting really, really good lane steals that will make you think this game is trash, but no, it's not. It's really just a positioning thing. If you reach early enough, if you have good enough body positioning, you can get some really good steals with Bronze Interceptor. I highly recommend it. Once you go past 7-2, you can't get Bronze Interceptor, which is why I personally don't do it. I like to have Interceptor on my builds, so I go 7 feet because you get the most attribute points and you can still get what you need in every single category. Now onto the block. Obviously, I'm not going to have interior and not pair it with a block. I tried 74 block at the beginning of the year. A lot of people on the comp scene do it. I don't like it. I like to protect the rim. I was getting boomed on. I'm talking about boomed on with a 7-2. Went 7 feet, threw this 84 block on them. Life has not been the same for me since. Now here is the catch. When you get your max plus 2s, put it on High Flying Denier. Reason being, High Flying Denier is a tier 2 badge. You don't have very many tier 2 badges that are going to be as beneficial as High Flying Denier. If I'm on a break and I'm behind a guard, if he does not have at least dang near a full 3-point line space between me and him, I am going to get the block. Every single time I'm going to get the block. Plus 2 that High Flying Denier. Now once you put your speed up with it, it's going to be on Hall of Fame. Don't worry about what it looks like right now. It's bronze because the speed has not yet gone up. The vertical has not gone up. I'm sorry, that's what it is. It's tied to vertical. Once you put your vertical up, you will be able to plus 2 it from silver to Hall of Fame, and it is a game changer. On to the rebound. We are going with, drum roll please, a 94. We're going 94 offensive rebound. Why? Once again, if you are a P&R big man, you're going to be rolling to the basket. Heck, even if you 5 out, crashing from corner with a high offensive rebound is priceless. Now, initially when I made this build, I did not know how the cap breakers were going to work as far as hitting starter 3. Didn't know if I was going to get 5 cap breakers or not. So I just left enough space to where I could use 5 cap breakers to get to 99. I do not regret it because I still snag boards, and I will be capping it to 99 as soon as I get all of my cap breakers to be able to get it up there. Now, also the reason I started at 94 is because I'm not going in there without Hall of Fame box out beats. I'm just not. Strength is no longer tied to it. So all you need is the rebound dance. But I'm telling you, going in here with these 7'4s who may have a 92, they got all their length over you. Then you going in here with 99 old boys 7'1s, 99 old boys 7-footers with max wingspan. You need box out beats, right? Every board is not yours. So in order to play good basketball, be able to box out, be able to crash from the corner, you want that box out beats because you could be in any situation. You might have to switch and get in the P&R mid position because your back end have to close out. And you want to be able to box out for somebody to be able to get the board for you, or you get the board for yourself. So I highly recommend 94 rebound at a minimum so that you can get the Hall of Fame box out beats and you can cap it to 99 when it's all said and done. Offensive rebound, just went with an 85. I just like to meet thresholds of multiples of 5. Could have kept it at like 80. Don't think that's a good idea. Already being undersized at center, having a smaller wingspan, I went 85. It's more than enough because the rebound animation is really just based on having the green to rebound this year. If you time it right, you're going to get the board, especially defensively, 90+% of the time. If you're just having trouble with rebounds and you have gold or better rebound chaser, that might be a skill issue. So I'm just being honest, right? Then we're going to go to the speed. Now, this is the one thing about the build that I would recommend changing if you can, and I'm going to tell y'all why. So I went with 63 speed on the build, and I maxed out his agility. But you need 64 speed to get the Anthony Davis motion style. So if I were to change any one thing about this build, I would get 64 speed instead of 63. I may cap it later, but that's kind of a waste of a cap breaker. So if you can, tweak the build, move it around a little bit to get 64 speed. I do still have a good motion style that I'll show y'all once we hit 500 subs at the animation reveal. But I would go 64 if I could go back because the Anthony Davis motion style is just simply chef's kiss. They literally have showed in 2K Labs, it's just a dozens of percentage faster acceleration rate when you have the Anthony Davis motion style. Next, we're going to the strength. Now, this is where it gets a little bit controversial because people see how buff my dude is and they think, oh, he got to be super strong. Strength is overrated at center this year. All you need is 83, and I'm going to explain to you why. I told y'all I'm a finesse big who knows how to run the P&R. Silver brick wall is cool, and the reason why silver brick wall is cool is because my 83 is not tied to my box out beast, and I'm not wasting all these attribute points on brick wall when I could just get silver and max +2 it to Hall of Fame. You don't need 100 shooting badges on a big. We have a 93 pointer already with deep bomber take. If that's not enough, you probably should just make an inside big at that point. Don't shoot the messenger. 83 strength is all we need. +2 that brick wall to Hall of Fame. If you don't want to use the max +2 on it, you can max +1 it to gold, and gold does just fine. I've tested that out, and it was perfectly normal as well. I'm setting big bodies, especially if you unselfish enough to run crash or take, which sometimes I do. It helps you set screens, it helps you get box outs, and you'll be knocking people to the floor. Honestly, I've run crasher with silver brick wall and still knock people to the floor. Now, the vertical. This is when it gets good. 80 vertical. We are 7 feet, yes, with an 80 vertical. You will be jumping out of this world. It helps you on rebound animations so much. I cannot stress this enough. Going against these 7'4s that only have 70 vertical, going against these 72s that at most have like a 75, having that 80 vertical will literally put you over the hump with most of the bigs that you go against. And the reason being is because when you time it right, even if they time it right, 2K is giving you the one up because your vertical is higher. I'm telling you, I do it all the time. Even when I'm out of position, I still go up and get the board sometimes because my vertical is so high. And as you see, we are 98. And the rest is just gonna go on your free throw, get that up to an 81. Get you a nice free throw animation, which I'll also show y'all the best free throw for me that I use, automatic greens. I've literally missed 2 free throws my entire time in the Pro-Am. It's chicken every single time. Get you an 81 free throw, more than enough. And when you finalize the build, this is what you should have. Shades of Nikola Jokic, Domantas Sabonis, and Victor Wembanyama. But they give everybody the Wemby creation. But I was happy to see the Jokic one because I feel like that was kind of my initial basis of when I made the build. I wanted to be kind of patterned after that Jokic style of play, just with some more athleticism on top of what I did. So that is how I came up with Billy Buckets. Honestly, that was the inspiration. You should be an inside-out glass visionary. But where it gets good, I'm going to show y'all where it gets good. When you cap break your ball handle, it will go to a 71. And what you are going to have, I'm going to show y'all right here. Your build name will then be a rebounding inside out pilot. And I think that is one of the most goated names because it's just like, when I hear pilot, I think it's like, okay, he commanding the crew, he's steering the ship. And that's really what I do for my team. I let my point guard do his thing. But when it comes down to late shot clock, when it comes down to end game, when it comes down to we need a bucket right here, right now, we need somebody to make a play, dish it out. That's what I do. I'm the pilot. I'm a rebounder. I play that inside out style. I get on the rim. I knock down threes and I steer the crew. So I feel like that was a better name. But if you want to stick with the inside out glass visionary, do your thing. You'll also unlock another build name based on whatever your specialization is. I chose to specialize in playmaking simply because there goes break starter. I did not want to use an actual max +2 on that because I feel like gold is more than enough. But I do want to use it down the line when I unlock my specialization. I'll be going legend break starter. Yes, Billy Buckets will have legend break starter. So if you've been tuned into the bounce passes before, it's gonna be crazy when we get that legend break starter. And y'all, that's gonna wrap up the build video. That's the official Billy Buckets build. More coming soon, so much more gameplay. I want to show y'all the gameplay from when we hit 100 subs. Put up numbers that were unthinkable in the Pro-Am. No wreck business around here. And I'm telling y'all, you don't want to miss that video. It's going to be sensational. But like, subscribe, turn them post notifications on so you can be updated on the Billy Buckets journey, boy. Understand me? But yeah. Leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know what y'all want to see next. I will also be doing an animation reveal at 500 subs. We will also be doing the Billy Buckets face scan tutorial at 1K subs on YouTube and 10,000 followers on TikTok. I know y'all could do it. We did almost 200 subs in less than 48 hours, so I know good and well that y'all gonna blow it out the water. I have no question. Just know, if you do that face scan, you better go get a bucket. I don't dishonor the name of Billy Buckets. But I love y'all so much. Appreciate y'all. Always remember, keep God in your life. Jesus is King. Luke 10:19, baby. We out.